FX YouTube. In this video, I'm going to talk about GJ and how me and my signals chat caught 110 pips on GJ. This trade was pretty smooth, pretty simple. I thought I'd bring it to YouTube to kind of show you guys like my thought process, how I look at trades, things like that. And like I said, this whole entire YouTube page is going to be more of me just breaking down my trade ideas, and also I might talk about some concepts that I use and how I use them. But for the most part, let's get into the video. So basically, first thing I seen with GJ, and I used the replay tool to kind of go back in time. I'm gonna show you guys a screenshot of me sending it out before it happened, so you kind of can see like the before and after. But basically, what I seen with GJ was actually GJ was a little bearish, like short-term bearish right now. The fact that you see how price is just making lower highs. So my idea was I was looking for sales. Okay, so the first thing I was looking for was sales, and I'm like, you know what? I want to look for a sell, but where can I look for a sell at, right? So one of the main things I seen first was this fair value gap here, right? So we had a beautiful fair value gap here, okay, that needed to be filled, right? Nice little small gap right there, bam, right? So in my eyes, I'm like, you know what? I'm looking for a sell right up in here, all right, right up in here. All right, so that was one of my first confirmations. Was I liked how the fair value gap was here, and it matches with my analysis of bearish momentum. All right, based on what we already see with GJ, I liked how this fair value gap was created here, and I'm be looking to go down to the downside. Now, another area that I was looking for sales was up here. Okay, so this was like my next area I was looking for sales up here inside this fair value gap, but I didn't think GJ was gonna get up there. About how already like it was already starting to create lower highs, so I'm like, you know what, I don't believe GJ is going to make it up there, so I was going to just take the chance with this small little fair value gap here. But if it did decide to break this gap, I was anticipating price to continue to rally higher up here. All right, so this is like my first line of defense here with this fair value gap. Now secondly, what I like to use is the fib, right? So I'll use my fib and I will mark the fib from the high to the low. And then what I noticed with the fib was how the optimal trade entries was aligned with the FVG, right? Shout out to ICT. All right. How the fair value gap lines up with the optimal trade entry. So with that being said, that is two strong confirmations for me. I love when I see the Fibonacci lines up with another concept, right? So in this case here, we had a confluence with the fair value gap and also the Fibonacci. So we had the 70.5 right around a fair value gap, right? And we also looking for sales. So this is like a beautiful setup. Let me just make sure it's accurate with the placement. Placement is everything. If you place a little bit wrong, a little bit to the left, to the right, it can miss your trade, right? So we can see how the end of the fair value gap, the fill of the gap, is at the 70.5. So that was another reason why I was looking for that sell. So I'm like, okay, I like how this is looking. So first things first, we have the lower high being created, the fair value gap, and also the optimal trade entry with the Fibonacci. All right, with all that being said, that was my reasoning for looking for sales in this area. And like I said, I'm gonna show you a screenshot at the beginning of the video of me showing the screenshot of before and after the trade happened. Like I'm gonna show you before the screenshot when I called it out, and then what happened after. So my target, right? My target could have been a few things, but my main target was to take out this low right here, right? So I'm looking for price to come out or come down and take out this low here, right? Because that is where liquidity lies, right? So we're looking for that sell side liquidity to be taken out, because we have this low right here, and we have a bunch of liquidity built up right here, right? A lot of orders sitting here. So now we're looking for price to come down and, you know, take out this liquidity. So my whole analysis was to enter here at the fair value gap inside the optimal trade entry, okay? And then my target, right? So my entry is at 70.5. My SL was at the top of the wick around, I believe. I think my SL was about, I think it was like around the top of this wick right here. Yeah. So my SL at the top of this wick of the candle itself of the imbalance, right? Of the fair value gap. I was looking at basically had my SL at the top of here. Bam. Now, what I'm looking for is price to come down to here, grab that liquidity, and we're Gucci. Okay. So this was the trade idea, right? So now if we press play, see how price just rams into it, grabs the entry, and then the rest is history. And you see how price taps out and grabs that liquidity that we was talking about. And that was the trade, guys. So the trade went farther than expected. As you can see, when price came down and grabbed liquidity, it also ran into another fair value gap right here. Right, so we had a fair value gap here that got filled as well. Right, well, not filled to the T, but about 50% was filled. And you see how you could have caught a buy out of this move here, which is beautiful. But like I said, my target was here. That's all I really needed for this trade. And that's all I really look for, guys. And this went for about 110 pips. But I think I closed like at 110 pips. But I think it went for 117, as you can see here. But that was the trade, y'all. That was the trade analysis. Hope this video helped you guys. Like I said, these YouTube videos are gonna be pretty short and sweet to the simple point. Let me know in the comment section what type of other videos would you like me to post. Would you like me to post like how I look at certain concepts, how I use certain concepts, talk about my journey learning ICT, talk about the type of people I learn from. Like, just let me know what you guys want to see. Okay, but other than that, until then, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Take care.